to the stage. He has worked a lot with the community in his time leading, and I've heard he has really dedicated himself to helping the immigrant community in his borough before becoming mayor. And so we look forward to hearing his vision and working closely with him to making sure that he delivers on his promise. Let's please welcome Mayor Adams.
Thank you so much. Started my afternoon today visiting the family and at a memorial service for Detective McDonald. Detective McDonald was shot and paralyzed in 1986. And he started a significant program. Instead of allowing the violent pain to engulf him, and many people thought it would be the end of his life, it became the start of his journey to end the cycle. I just left Harlem, visiting the wake of young 19-year-old Crystal, shot and killed in Burger King, just a child, and speaking with her parents and feeling the pain. Right here in Times Square, I served as a captain in the police department in that same train station on 42nd Street many days during the early 80s, wearing the blue uniform as a police officer and the transit police officer, watching where we were, swearing and committing that we would never go back. And I'm saying to you, in 2001, standing with the family members of a young Chinese delivery man who was assaulted, attacked, and robbed, standing side by side with the family to call for justice. I give you that analysis because I'm saying to you, this is not the position I'm taking as the mayor of the city of New York. This is the position I'm taking as my life work. I wanted to be mayor to ensure that we can create a city where we can raise healthy children and families. Losing this wonderful young lady, the death of Michelle ripped at my heart. To see what happened to her and to see what has happened in our city months after month, or what has happened to the AAPI community, and sitting in meetings and meeting family members and seniors and elders who are afraid to walk the street, afraid to do the daily interactions that they've done so many years in this great city. I'm recommitted to ensure that this will not happen in our city. We have to do this together. I don't want the knee-jerk reaction of going through our subway system and going through our streets and demonizing those who have slipped through the cracks and did not receive the mental health treatment that they deserve. We must ensure that we have a plan of intervention and prevention. Intervention is what we must do now. My deployment of law enforcement officers matched with mental health professionals to identify those who are in need, and give them the services immediately is what we must do right now. But then there's prevention. Prevention is to ask ourselves, what city are we living in? A city that's segregated in so many levels, isolated. We are not creatively allowing our children to learn from each other in school. That's why 2 years ago I did Breaking Bread, Building Bonds, 100 dinners over the city, 10 people at each dinner coming from different communities and ethnic groups, and sitting down and doing something revolutionary, talking to each other, knowing who we are and who we represent. We pass each other every day and don't respect the beauty of our diversity in a city as diverse as this. Brooklyn alone, 47% of the people speak a language other than English at home, one of the largest API communities, and we do not interact the way we should. So yes, we must give services to those who are dealing with mental health issues. Yes, we must deal with crime in real time. But yes, there's some things that we can do every day by saying hello, good morning, and interacting with each other, and no longer allowing our city to be an isolated city where we lean into the places we disagree instead of the places we agree. This is New York City, the most diverse place on the globe. It's time for us to come together as a city and not allow these issues to take place. My heart goes out to this family. I ask the press to please allow the family to mourn, give them the privacy that they deserve, and I ask all of us to see why we're members of the greatest race alive, and that's the human race. Thank you.